Hello, Hawks fans, and welcome to Rockwall High School as we get set for another season of Heath High School volleyball. Coach Maggie Younger returns for her 20th season and is excited about her Hawks team as usual. I want to welcome in my broadcast partner, Jeremy Bryant, and I'm Shannon Rodden. And Jeremy, excited to have you aboard this year as we have the new Rockwall ISD Sports Network, and here we go.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this is really exciting. The debut of the Rockwall ISD Sports Network. It's going to be free to everyone. It's going to be free on YouTube, and we are hoping you join us throughout the year. And it's not just, it's all sports, and this is our first of many throughout the entire year.
You bet. Apologize to everybody, too. We have a stationary camera. It is not even getting the entire court, but we are excited to be live with you. We're working on a brand new network, brand new equipment. And if you've been around, Chris Curtis and Lisa Tremble have been out here since 7 o'clock this morning. Met them over here yesterday afternoon, just trying to get the equipment going. But the main thing, 2 days in on the school season, another exciting season of Hawks volleyball.
That's right. So, school just started back on Tuesday. The Heath Lady Hawks, you mentioned Maggie Younger, 20th year as the head coach of Heath. And in fact, you were guessing, and you had to go higher and higher until you finally got it right, Shannon.
I did. Well, I've been here the whole time as well, raised all 4 kids. My baby girl's a senior this year. But they did not have varsity. They did not have seniors for the first couple of years. So missed it there by a couple. But as you had mentioned, 21st season at Heath High School and 20th as the head coach. Incredible. There's 2 other coaches we'll talk about later on. I want to get you the starting lineup for the Lady Hawks. We'll have Abigail Limp, the junior. She'll be the middle blocker. Number 2, Landry Tart is the libero, the Virginia Wesleyan University commit. Number 6, Kennedy Green, will be the right side and middle blocker. And number 7, Gabrielle McHenry, she'll be the outside hitter, the Florida International commit. Chloe Navarro, number 10, be the outside hitter. And also Kinley Martin will be the setter.
All right, so Allen High School, both of these teams finished 3rd place last season in their respective district. Allen won 31 games. Both of these teams have some, as you mentioned, already 4 college commits for Heath. Allen has some big-time players as well. They got, I think, more than 5 college commits. We'll kind of talk about that as the day goes on. But I know it's only August 14th. It's the first week of the season. But this is a chance, really kind of a big test, you might say, for the Lady Hawks to play a program that's perennially a strong program like Allen.
Allen, over 6,000 students, grades 9 through 12. They have a big pool to play from. Obviously, always well coached. Stephanie Poole, the head coach. And that's exactly what you want for the preseason. You want to go up against the best. I know all coaches are excited because you've been scrimmaging against yourselves. But at the end of the day, everybody's excited. The parents are excited. We've got a big crowd over there, and it's showtime.
And also, it's a little unusual to play any kind of sports at 10:15 in the morning, but especially during your school week. You go to school, you're out of school, but you're here on campus or playing a match here this morning. So Heath actually play this one. Then they'll play right after this against Prestonwood Christian out of Plano at around 11:30.
Yeah, always exciting when anytime you don't have to go to class. These young ladies, they've been working for years to get to this point. Obviously, you don't just get to high school and then play big-time 6A volleyball, but they've been excited. They've been playing all summer, been building up. Coach Younger's got a good team here. She's returning 10 seniors, 5 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman on this roster.
And she got a big-time transfer out of Idaho who's already committed to play at Tulsa. And that's Joelle Kelly, a 6'1" middle hitter. We are ready to get going here. Lady Hawks, Callie Phillips will toss it up, and we're underway. Allen and Heath. And there's a drive and a kill on the right side there by Maya Obugu. So Obugu with the kill to start off the match.
Maya Obugu, Coach younger told me, you're going to know who she is, you're going to know quick. And I have a feeling that's who she was talking about right there.
Obagu now will serve, a 6 foot tall, just a sophomore. Actually, no, it's going to be Landry McCray, another sophomore at 6 feet tall, serving for the Lady Eagles of Allen. And some confusion on the rotation there. Libero Emerson Bivens comes off, and Kate Arbuckle, a senior defensive specialist, checks in.
Allen in the blue jerseys, Hawks wearing the white jerseys, black shorts.
Katie, pardon me, that's Katie Wawersick. Wawersick just came in there for Allen. Now Heath, just a free ball there, and a little early season miscue there by Allen, as sometimes you get a lucky break, and Chloe Navarro call that the free ball that had just lob it over and volley it, and they get the point. First point for the Lady Hawks. And now Allen sets it up, and a big-time slam. That was Abogu once again. Maya Abogu with the kill, and a 2-1 lead for Allen. In the back row, that pass a little bit too high, and taking care of it was Warisick for Allen as they take a 3-1 lead. Serving for the Lady Eagles is Obogu. There's the set, and flips it over. And good job by Heath. Maddie Parrott hung in the air and put that one down, and there's a point for Lady Hawks.
Coach Unger saying this is one of her deeper teams. She's always had plenty of talent here, but she is excited about this group.
Abby Lemp with that last kill, University of Utah commit. And that one over. Nice return by the Lady Hawks. I think that was Kennedy Green who got it over.
Lemp, just a junior. She has been playing since her freshman year on the Lady Hawks varsity.
Lemp, 185 kills, and a short high service ace by Lemp. All right there in the front row. Perfect spot by Lemp.
Number 4, Campbell Sheffield checking in as the libero for Allen.
Same spot this time. Allen is ready for it. Here comes the right side kill attempt. Dug out by Heath. As they will return. Allen now with the slam blocked by Lady Hawks.
Sophia Milo doing a good job of getting the spike by Allen, and then Kylie Lamb with the block for the kill.
It was out, and so point goes to the Lady Eagles. We're tied at 4.
My apologies.
From the back row, Allen keeps it alive and just gets it over. A free ball here for the Lady Hawks in the middle, and that one blocked by Allen. Returned by the Lady Hawks as McHenry fires it back. Blocked by Heath, but that's going to be out off the boundary. And that's a point for the Lady Eagles of Allen.
Hawks doing a good job keeping that ball alive. Seeing they are getting after it so far, as Allen had 3 attempts at the spike, and the Hawks hanging tough.
Campbell Sheffield with the service. That one's popped on the air on the block. There's the set. Big slam, and that one finished on that right side by Chloe Navarro. Navarro, 169 kills last season for Heath, and ties it at 5.
Navarro, the sophomore.
And just a little tip there in the point for Olivia Couture. Couture, another sophomore, very young and talented Allen rostered. And Couture makes it a 6-5 lead. Allen has played one match so far this year. They beat Prestonwood, who actually is the next opponent for Heath.
Yep, several. Appreciate Lisa Trammell, Chris Curtis, and also the new athletic director here at Rockwall ISD, Coach Greg Priest, in getting this Rockwall ISD network together. We are off and running and having a good time, Jeremy.
Kennedy Green with the kill there for the Lady Hawks. Back and forth match. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. And this is, you could say, our spring training. This is our training camp.
Absolutely.
Couture with the laser, but it's out too long. As that point will go to the Lady Hawks.
Remember, you can text in 972-742-3877. Let us know where you're listening from, who you're cheering for. Always like the listeners out in the Hog Nation.
Good dig there by Heath from the left side. That one got deflected, kept alive by the Lady Eagles. And that one just off the hands of Creighton of Allen. And another point, and this is the first lead of the match, by the way, for Heath, an 8-6 lead now.
Like what Coach Younger's got going here.
Good set. Somehow kept alive by Allen. But a short little dig by Couture in that no man's land for the Lady Hawks defense.
A little bit of a miscommunication, of course. We talk about those things in the preseason.
Yeah, these girls, they get maybe one or two scrimmages, but not a lot of time to prepare for the season. Start practice late July. Libero digs it. Set up. Good block by Allen. Again on the attackers, Heath, and that's a hard shot for the back row by McHenry. Her second kill. She's the future Florida International Panther.
Florida International commit. She is a junior, another talented part of this Coach Maggie Younger team.
That was just out by Obugu. Another point for Heath.
Big rip from Obugu, goes deep, and this Hog team showing the excitement as they are up 10-7 at the first time out. Appreciate everybody joining us on the new and improved Rockwall ISD Sports Network. Shannon Rodden alongside Jeremy Bryant, and Jeremy just moving to the Rockwall ISD Network. Tell us a little bit about where you come from, Jeremy.
Yeah, just been doing this for a little while and done some Angelo State University athletics, Tarleton State, some college, some high school over in Denton and other parts of West Texas and the Metroplex. So, yeah, glad to be here in Rockwall and be a part of this.
So, Denton, you've seen a lot of good games over there. Of course,
yeah.
Justin Webb will be joining us football season just 2 weeks away. Going to open up over at Highland Park. That's going to be a tough test for Coach Rodney Webb. But same thing. Coach Webb, even when he was at Rockwall, spent a little bit of time out at Denton. Geyer always schedules the tough games early. You want to find out where you're at. Coach Younger the same way. You want to find out where you're at in the preseason. Then you get through the long grind of district play. And it's all about trying to hit stride for the playoffs, which is a mainstay for the Hawks.
Athletic play there by Lemp to keep it alive, and good job from Allen there in the back row by Kennedy Creighton. And that stops a run. Heath had taken a 3-point lead. I had to look this up. I admit I cheated a little bit, Shannon, but we're talking about Gabby McHenry of Heath, who's committed to play at Florida International. Can you name what conference Florida International is?
That would be the Mid-Atlantic. Am I close?
Nope. It's a tough one. I had to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself any farther.
Conference USA.
Conference USA. Now, in fairness, everything changes every year right now.
Exactly. That's why I had to look it up.
That's why I was not aware. That used to be the West Coast with Utah and all those guys.
Yep. Just a moment ago, Joelle Kelly, the 6'1" senior who moved here from Melba, Idaho, Melba High School. She got the kill, and another point a moment ago right there for Heath. So Heath out to a 12-8 lead. Here in the first set.
Kelly Phillips, the freshman, serving for the Hawks on this one. Nice dig.
Yeah, diving effort there. Now a long set across the floor and blocked by Limp of Heath.
Abby Limp, we had mentioned playing as a freshman. Remember her coming in late in that season. Coach Younger has been big on her, and now in her junior year, we talked about it, 6'1".
Yeah, she had 85 blocks last season. There's a block right there. Largest lead of the first set for the Lady Hawks, a 5-point lead, and looks like Allen was out of rotation. The Lady Eagles were out of rotation, and that's a point for Heath.
Freshman Callie Phillips getting her first action serving. You imagine what the nerves are.
A couple of freshmen on this roster here for Lady Hawks.
I say nerves, the excitement.
From the back row, that was Creighton. And some miscommunication there by Heath on that set for Lemp.
Hawks still up 14-9 here early in the first set. Coach Younger has to like what she sees.
So Allen trying to rally back. And that was sent up in a hammer by Maya Obugu. My goodness.
Don't want to set Maya Obugu up with that one from the other side. That one was too easy. Hawks just had to scatter on that one.
Yeah, everybody's unscathed on that one.
Got Miss Lisa Trammell obviously doing everything, and you will get to know Lisa. She's running camera right now so that we have a little bit of the span, but Lisa is at everything, always has her camera. Her and Chris Curtis are absolute blessings to this Rockwall, to the Rockwall Independent School District.
They wear a lot of different hats. And Limp had the hang in the air to get that one over. And once again, there's Obugu with the kill down the line.
So they were, Allen starting to find their stride, the big sophomore. Putting another one down, cuts that Hawk lead 15-11.
Now the set for Creighton across the floor and off the hands of Heath Libero Tart. And a point for the Lady Eagles as they're now crawled back within 3.
Allen Eagles starting to take a little bit of the momentum here.
Tart sliding to dig that one out. Limp just a little finesse gets it over, and a point for Heath.
Kelly Phillips with the short set there, and as you had mentioned, Limp finding the empty spot on the court. Breaks this little run up from Allen, gives the Hawks the 16-12 lead.
Glad you mentioned Callie Phillips. It's not often you see a freshman starting the year as the setter for any varsity team.
There is so much talent, none more than here in Texas. They start them young, and the level is just so high.
As 4 hits that time on Allen on that return volley. Point goes to Heath. They lead 17-12. Here in the first set, we're in the Battle of the Rock here at Rockwall High School. That one winds up and slams it home for Katie Warasik, the 6'1" sophomore middle blocker, and a point for Allen.
First time we've called Warasek's name, the sophomore for Allen, with a huge kill there.
First one to 25 wins the set. Big high set, and that goes too long for McHenry. Point for Allen.
That was a nice set for the Hogs. No, McHenry would like to have that one back. Allen once again closing within 3.
Sheffield with the serve. On the right side, cross court. That kill is long and out there for Navarro, and a timeout by Heath.
Coach Maggie Younger wants to talk to the troops. Appreciate our sponsors for this year. Hamby Insurance, HB Texas, Riddle Brothers, and Shane Homes are our gold package sponsors, silver package. Our Griffin Heat Shield, American National Bank, and Rockwall Ford. And bronze package, Jacob Rhodes and Signmark. Our title sponsors for the Rockwall ISD Sports Network this season, as always, Alliance Bank. Our halftime sponsor will be Rest Haven Funeral Home, and our postgame sponsor is Rockwall Sports Center. And Jeremy, you haven't been here. You haven't been here for the entire length of the school, but Rockwall Sports Center is a staple in this community. All the way back to the Hooks family, now under new ownership. Appreciate everything that they do. Gabriella McHenry with the kill there. Puts the Hawks back up 18-15. It's a nice job by the Hawks.
We'll do that next break.
Back to Chloe Navarro, serving for the Hawks. Big smash in the middle by number 33, Couture. Another big kill for the sophomore. Makes it an 18-16 game. So, Jeremy, you're had a little doing a little crash course on the technical side there.
Everyone's back in school, including us, this week.
Just got a call from Chris Curtis calling over. He's over setting up the 9th grade campus.
Okay. Yeah, these matches here, Rockwall High and over at the R9, they call it, the 9th grade campus.
Believe they may be using H9 as well.
Okay.
Heath 9.
Yeah, there's a big point there for Heath. They're using also some matches right next door to us, right in here next to the varsity gym.
Yeah, right behind. It's kind of hurts us on the not giving us enough room to get the elevated camera. But nonetheless, we are happy to be off and running here on the 2025 season of Hawks volleyball.
Now to serve, Gabby McHenry. And for the middle, Couture finds the wide open spot. Little finesse, drops it in. And back to a 2-point lead for Heath. Olivia Couture has really come up clutch here for Allen, keeping them in this match here in this first set. Serving is Kennedy Creighton, one of the very few seniors on this roster. Tart with a high pass. Now Kelly with the kill, and that's saved, but in souvenir in the stands. That'll be a point for Heath, and Joelle Kelly making her presence known. And her first time I got to see her in the new Lady Hawk, who transferred in as a senior to Heath High School. Now the serve by Tart just missed the outside, the boundary there on the inline, just out, so that's a point for Allen, a service error.
Right at that critical point here in game one, as every point.
Here's Couture.
Critical, the Hawks would love to get this first game.
Good set. And a powerful hammer by Abby Lemp. It's at least her 4th kill in this first set, and it's a 21-18 lead now. And now some substitutions for Coach Younger. Chloe Navarro will come in, and here's Callie Phillips to serve, the freshman. Once again, a little short set, middle of the floor. Dug out by Heath's Callie Phillips. Kelly lost track on that set attempt. Go to Allen. It's, again, staying close back and forth. Been a nice competitive match. And, for Heath, a program last year, Shannon, that they won 13 matches, played well in district, but if they can find a way to a win over Allen today. This would be huge for the very first, home match.
Even this first game,
as
as we're talking about, if they
can
get on top of Allen here, these are the, those early season, it's the little wins, especially over the powerhouse program like Allen, as Allen responding there closes the Hawks lead to 20-21.
As Landry McRae, a little nifty set right to the middle of the floor. The left-hander with the serve. Lemp gets it over. Miscommunication by Allen. There was 3 ladies going for that ball, and that's a point for the Lady Hawks.
Nice job by Lemp as Allen was set up well. They had 3 blockers in her face. And dinks it over, gets the point. Huge point as the Hawks now up 22-20 here in game 1.
McRae sets it. Dug out by Kelly, kept alive. And again, kind of early in the season, those type of plays happen. And now just a 1-point lead for Heath.
Huge save there by Joelle Kelly and Landry Tart. Keep that one alive. Hawks unable to take advantage.
And
Big.
Slam right there by McHenry.
Sorry.
With the exclamation point.
That is our preseason as well, as we're sitting here messing with more equipment, but a huge smash by Gabrielle McHenry has the Hawks up by 2, 23-21.
Lamp with the serve, the set, and a little drop in, a tap drop in there by Gabby Winger.
Nice play by Winger as the Hawks were in good position to block that one, but now 23-22.
Big moment here. Kept alive there by Couture in the back row. Heath again on the attack. The set by Phillips. That's deflected and a point for Heath. The kill by Kennedy Green, and now it's set point for Heath.
Callie Phillips with 2 great, perfect sets, and Kennedy Green putting it down. Allen did a good job of blocking the first one. Hawks went right back to the well and got the huge point to go up 24-22. And
yeah, now Allen using a timeout here. This is their last timeout here in this first set. So Allen obviously needs 2 more points to force the tiebreaker, basically force overtime here.
yeah, looking at Coach Younger's excited, the crew's excited. This would be a big game right here if the Hawks can close it out.
And over there in the Allen sideline, coach of the Lady Eagles, Stephanie Poole, still visiting with her team. Here they come. It'll be serving for Heath, Chloe Navarro, the sophomore. Good serve. McRae sets up Couture. Dug out. That's tough. Now the set by McRae catches Heath off balance. Didn't see it coming.
Nice job there, the Hawks, with a nice defensive play to keep that one alive. But number 22 for the Lady Eagles, Landry McRae, saw the opening in the middle of the court, able to get it down. Now a 1-point game.
Emily Kapang Pengen. I think I said that right. The setter senior for Allen.
Still set point for the Hawks.
Allen keeps it alive, digs it. Couture, good dig there by Navarro, but the pass goes into the scores table, and now Coach Younger wants to use the timeout as we're tied at 24 and going to, you might call it, overtime here in this first set.
Yep, the Hawks had their opportunity there. Nice defensive play to keep that one alive. A little bit of mix-up, and now back 24-24. You know, in every sport, you get down to those pressure points. You play the whole game. Everybody knows what's at stake. Everybody's trying to make a mark. Now 24-24, you got to win by 2. I'm assuming that
win
you
by
have to
two.
win by 2.
Yep.
Even sometimes in the tournaments, stuff like that, they'll have a little bit different rules. But
Right.
we are assuming.
You're right about the pressure,
regular
though.
rules.
I saw that. I went to the Rangers Diamondbacks game yesterday and saw that firsthand. A blown save in the 9th inning, giving up 4 runs. So
Everything tightens up, and we also talk about that, which I'll wait till after this one to talk about the difference between the club sports and the schools. We see it in all sports.
Right.
Talk more about that during the next break.
So Emily Kapangapangan.
If you say so.
I'm going with it. From the back row, Kelly, too strong. And now it's set point for the first time for Allen, as they have a chance to take set 1.
Allen reeling off 3 straight.
And a short set in the net, and we have a tie game at 25.
Good break for the Hawks there. Ties it up at 25.
So, Gabby McHenry.
Addie Arrington in the middle for the Lady Hawks. Checking in.
McHenry with the serve. Line drive, dug out by Ogabu. Blocked by Heath, and we got a whistle and a point for Lady Hawks.
Ball did go, I believe Allen touched the net there. So a good delayed call by the official. And now the Hawks, once again, going to have a set point. Is it set point or game point?
Yeah, set point. Game point? I don't know. That's a good question.
Hey.
We need someone smarter than us. Another great set there by our service by McHenry, but there is Couture to finish the job for Allen. Just a strong kill. That's almost indefensible. And so once again, we're tied. Just in these last few points, have been the third time we've been tied, and we'll call it overtime of this first set. McHenry at the dig. High arcing set, and Kelly, it's out. The point goes to Allen.
That one hit the stick coming up from the net. Looked for a second like it was
deflected,
put down, deflected down. But now, once again, Allen with a chance to put away the first set.
Creighton serving for Allen. Good dive by Tart. With the left hand, gets it over. Here's the set. Blocked, deflected, kept alive by Heath. And from the back row, Tart keeps it alive. What a great effort. Now Couture and Tart again with the dig. From the back row for Heath. Arrington. Now Ogabu. High arcing pass. Here's the set, back row. What a great volley by these two teams. Back and forth we go. Once again, Kelly here for Heath. Blocked by the Lady Hawks and a point. My goodness, a marathon of a point right there.
What a point by both teams, keeping that one alive. The Hawks keeping the first set alive, and that is midseason form right there.
That was Kennedy Green with that block for the Lady Hawks. Tied at 27. Tart with the service. Tough set there. Just punched over by Couture. Now for the back row. That's short on the tip by the McHenry of the Lady Hawks, and the Allen Lady Eagles score the point. Serving for game point, Olivia Couture. Line drive, Tart. She's had a great first set. And a line drive kill that goes through. 2 deflections by Abby Limp, and we're tied again.
Addie Arrington with the set there was a little bit short, and Abby Limp getting it over for the kill. And once again, we're tied at 28. Jeremy, this is a huge first set here, especially you get the feeling for the Hawks.
Phillips with the service. That one's tipped up, and the kill by Maya Ogabu.
Allen going to get a couple of substitutions here.
Obogu with that kill. Allen once again has another chance to end it after Obogu with that kill. Service by Landry McCray. And that's going to be in trouble, and that'll be a service ace. Allen wins the first set, 30-28.
So disappointing for the Hawks. You kind of get the feeling with the perennial power of Allen, not quite as big for them. Of course, you feel like they could kind of come back from maybe a 1-0 down. The Hawks giving it everything, though. Those were impressive points, fighting off the set points several times. Those little things you want to grow from.
All right, we'll be step away for just 1 second here on the Rockwall ISD Sports Network.
Back for set number 2 here in this season opener between the Allen Eagles and Heath Hawks. I'm Shannon Rudden alongside Jeremy Bryan. And Jeremy, that first game, the Hawks were in good position, but saw a lot of growing in that first set.
Yeah, that's a great, every coach will tell you just want to get better with each set, with each match. And, they were up by as many as 5 points over Allen, kind of late in that first set. But Allen, give them credit. This is a program where that they've got championships. They win a lot of games. Rally back from it. I think they were down 22-19 there in that first set.
Well, and they were down 24-22. The Hawks had a couple of set points.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you reset game 2, move on. That is part of an early season. We'll see how the Hawks rebound here in set number 2.
Allen will be serving. Landry McCray plays both setter and outside hitter. McCray, a tall setter at 6 feet tall, Only a sophomore, a southpaw, serving for Allen and serves it out. And the point goes towards the Heath Lady Hawks. So now serving for Heath is Chloe Navarro. Phillips. There was a couple of whistles in our match behind us, and several players on both teams stopped for a moment, and that's why Phillips looked back at the referee right there, but it was actually the other match.
Exactly. Callie thought for a second, just a split second, thought the point was over. Unfortunate, as there is a game right behind us in the practice part of the gym.
That's a spike, almost like a slam dunk right there by Couture.
So 2-1 here early in set number 2. As we had mentioned, those of you just joining us on the, you're used to hearing us talk about the SportsGram Network. This is the Rockwall ISD Sports Network.
Right.
We are excited. Going to be pretty much the same crews. I know Billy Quinton, David Sweet, and Coach Randy Talley, and those guys will be, you'll still be hearing them on the Rockwall High School broadcast. Myself, Justin Webb, be calling most of the football games, and Jeremy,
Trevor.
we look for Trevor.
He's going to join us this year too, I think, right?
Trevor join us. I know you two will be calling a lot of games together, and I have a feeling we're going to be a lot of games just like this. So glad to have you, and look forward to more and more games.
Now we had a little cleanup at aisle 5. They got that cleaned up, ready to go back to the action. Phillips with the set. Looked like almost maybe a touch over the net by Allen there. No whistle. Got it over. Now a high set across the floor, and there's Couture to drop it in. Olivia Couture leads Allen in kills, and a 3-1 lead for Lady Eagles.
Love to see the Hawks here in set number 2 get off to a quick start. They had a lot of confidence going in set number 1.
Yeah, see if they could bounce back from a little adversity in that first set. And a long match. It was a 30-28 set, I should say, win by Allen in set 1. Big time spike from the left side by Gabby McHenry.
McHenry the junior.
So McHenry unloads, and a 3-2 lead now for the Lady Eagles.
We've got our first Katie Hindelater sighting of the season. You're going to get to know Coach Katie Hindelater and her crew. She is the head trainer for Heath High School, and you know all that it takes to put that together. They've been working just as hard as the football team, volleyball team, and everybody to keep these guys to get all these boys and girls ready to play the games. We appreciate Coach Hindelater and all that she does for our school district. Can't wait to visit with her, as you will see her as much as you see Lisa Trammell.
A stoppage here as Katie Warbursick was about to serve. And now we're ready to go back to the action. Yeah, people don't realize how important it is. I mean, that's what keeps these athletes healthy. And on the field, on the court, those trainers. There's McHenry again with the drive. Dug out by Allen. Oh, my goodness. That was another hard spike by Maya Obogu. It says Obogu with the kill. 5-2. And now we're seeing those two outside hitters, Couture and Obogu, just a lot of open space, and they are taking advantage.
Yeah, that's kind of why we were talking about pressing on that game 1. You'd love to be able to get that a little more important for Heath than Allen. Allen has been in that situation. You're kind of trying to catch them before they get cranked up. They are definitely cranked up here in game 2.
That was an unusual play there. Both sides just kind of a couple punch two-handed sets back and forth, and eventually Couture got it over, and Allen out to a 6-2 lead. Once again, Warisick with the service, and Green with a high drop in on the outstretched arms of Kennedy Green, and Heath back on the scoreboard. The senior transfer, Joe L. Kelly, who's going to play at the University of Tulsa after 1 year at Heath, will serve. Back row, good job by Tart. That one just got over the outstretched of the net, and it looks like a double hit. Yep, it was a double hit on Heath. Two players going for the ball at the same time. They call it double hit. Point for Allen.
Allen with a 4-point lead here early as Addie Arrington getting set to come back in along with Kinley Martin.
Martin, a senior. Kinley Martin, last year, 341 assists. Had a lot of action on the floor for these Lady Hawks. And that's the thing, both coaches, any team right now, trying to figure out what's your best rotation. Who do you want to use in certain scenarios?
Well, what you also see is you see set rotations regardless of what the situation is sometimes too.
Right.
This is when you want to get everybody experience. And, of course, that all goes out the window when it's 22 to 24.
Exactly. Abogu with another kill there for Allen. Yeah, for the Lady Hawks, not as much height as we saw in the first set. Have a smaller lineup out there for Maggie Younger against those big trees for Allen. And that's a service error on Emily Kapangapangan. So serving here will be Gabby McHenry, and that is out. Point goes to the Lady Eagles. We've seen out there pretty much the whole entire match Maya Abogu for Allen, and I can see why. She's does everything for this team. That time she misses fires on the service. And another Heath point. So both teams a little bit erratic with their service. But I think 3 consecutive service errors. Now Olivia Tart is going to play Virginia Wesleyan with the service. And that one's off the hands of Tart. Big spike there by Soleil Rhodes of Allen.
First time we called Soleil Rhodes, the big left-hander with a big smash, is Allen showing their depth.
Yeah, and she's only, by the way, 6'2", a freshman. And there is some crazy talent on the underclassmen of this Allen team, and that's what you call a knuckleball for a volleyball serve right there. Right in between 3 Lady Hawks, and a timeout by Maggie Younger will use a timeout here after that service ace there by Campbell Sheffield of Allen. It's 11-5 lead, and a timeout here for the Lady Hawks, their first of set 2.
Appreciate our title sponsors this year, Alliance Bank, Rest Haven Funeral Home, and Rockwall Sports Center. We are planning on more. We have been bringing right around 65 to 70 broadcasts each year. We are going to attempt to get those up into the 100 broadcast opportunities this year, as Coach Greg Priest, the new athletic director at Rockwall ISD, Chris Curtis has come over from communications to lead up the sports marketing, and of course Lisa Trammell, and they are committed to getting more exposure for more of the players, as now it is 11-5. Allen here in set 2. It was a 30-28 set 1, as Jeremy, I know you were working there, but we were talking about, we've been doing about 65, 70 broadcasts a year of Hawks sports. We're going to try to get that up closer to 100 this year.
Abby Lemp might have 100 kills in this match the way she's going right now. Another big kill for her. Yeah, that's going to be great. Great access for all these fans here in Rockwall County for the Rockwall ISD Sports Network, the debut here in 2025.
Also, we were talking earlier about Coach Younger, this being her 20th year. We also have 2 other coaches you'll get to know well as the season goes on. We got Coach Brad Waters with Hawks basketball. He's been here the entire time since they opened the school. And also Coach Greg Harvey, coached 11 years under Coach Randy Talley in baseball over at Rockwall High School when the school split. Now he is the only coach. I've had the fortune of being able to call his 300th, his 400th, and last year his 500th win. As those guys appreciate everything that these coaches, well, they've seen it all. Coach and Coach Maggie Younger, part of that trio.
A lot of experience on this staff across the entire athletic department. And there's another kill by Abby Lemp. So Lemp trying to single-handedly keep Heath in this match. And there's a service ace for the Lady Hawks, courtesy of Chloe Navarro. Looked like that was Couture, not quite ready for it there here on the inline, right near the Allen bench. And now all of a sudden, Heath making a little run here, down 12-8. Tried the same spot, missed it short, and a point for Allen.
We need to talk to Lisa, tell her to pay attention. You know, Allen has a camera set up down there on the court. Be interested to see what that angle is. Also, got Huddle is our new system. Production Truck is our operating system. And that is going to allow us to have more angles in this new operating system. We are excited, just now trying to get to know it.
Yeah, the more camera angles you'll see, and now pretty much most 6A programs will have a Huddle camera or cameras set up in all their venues.
Yeah. We still have Brian James will be our lead camera guy. He's excited about being able to experiment, more angles, all trying to bring you a better production.
That was a hard ace, or at least service, I should say, not an ace. It was a service error by Kennedy Creighton. 14-9 our score. Again, if you missed it for the first set, Allen and Heath went back and forth, and there's another kill by Bogu as Allen leads 15-9. But it was a wild first set, won by Allen 30-28 in overtime.
Allen bringing in Sage Chandler, a freshman, who is the tallest player on the court now.
Blocked there by Heath. McCraith is set, and that's going to be not going over, and a point once again for Heath. Now, volleyball is a sport you can really get some momentum quickly. Lady Hawks hoping they can make a run here. Joelle Kelly off your screen serving for Heath. There's a big set, and that one never went over. I think it hit the net. Yeah, hit the net, never went over. Head coach of Allen wants to question the official down here, but Stephanie Poole is talking to the head referee. It's a point for Heath. She was trying to claim that I believe that was touched by Heath, which means that would have been a point for Allen, but it was never touched. And Green with the tap just drops it in. They said her name several times today. Kennedy Green for Heath, the senior. And now Heath is making that run down by just 3. On the right line. And here's an easy set, great set, and the kill by Sage Chandler, another freshman. Chandler is a 6'2" middle blocker, freshman for Allen. They actually have 2 freshmen on the floor now as their middle blockers. You have Chandler, and then their other freshman looks like that is Soleil Rhodes. Yeah, so your front line 6'2", 6'2", and you've got 2 freshmen along with Maya Obogu, who's only a sophomore.
That is what you call reloading.
And there's a Bogu with another kill. That left-handed spike, and now a 17-12 lead for the Lady Eagles. Another match coming up for Heath. When we're done with this, we'll have a little break, about 10-15 minutes. Oh my goodness, look out below. And she's in the net. Abogu was in the net. Nearly put a hole in the floor. She hit that one so hard. But it'll be a point for Heath. You ever been in the receiving end of one of those, Shannon?
No.
It's not fun.
Not been hit by a few footballs and baseballs, but I don't think any of them coming that fast.
Several southpaws on this Allen roster. There was another one, that freshman Rhodes. The southpaw there from the left side with the kill.
Coach Stephanie Poole starting to rotate in quite a few as Allen hitting their stride. Now up 18-13 here in set 2.
And it's set. The pass gets over there by Tart. And from that front row, right there in the middle, another point on a kill by Sage Chandler, her second kill here in the second set.
So, did they reverse something
I think she was in the net. That's happened a couple times recently where you see the big spike by Allen, but they're in the net. It was a late call by our officials. So Tart, Olivia Tart, service is out. Point goes to Allen.
Big point there is the Hawks had a chance to close this one. You kind of get the feeling they need to go on a little tear here. It's the second set starting to get away from them.
Holland Young, first time we said her name, a junior, 5'6", defensive specialist, and she gets a service ace in her first service attempt of the game for Holland Young of Allen, and ups the lead to 20-14.
Get the feeling she might be a service specialist.
That last one certainly looks so.
That was a rocket.
Prestonwood Christian and Heath play next.
Prestonwood had played right before this, so they're getting a little break.
Yeah, they took on, I think, Wiley in that first match before us.
Going 2 out of 3 on these during tournament season?
Yes. Yeah, because the next time was scheduled for 11:30, but they got to have a break in between.
So Coach Unger pulling her team over like we talked about. It would have been nice to get that first game. Hawks came out firing. They were playing with a lot of confidence. Had their chances there. Now you see Allen, the perennial power, starting to exert their dominance, but Coach Younger, you can see her in the huddle right there talking, coaching, always coaching. It's all about having this young team, and it's much more than just this game. You talk about the preseason. You're playing a lot of games here in a short period of time. Then you get into district where everything kind of levels out, get into the grind of district play, and then you try to catch that stride right before the playoffs, which the Hawks are in every year.
We want to thank our title sponsor, Alliance Bank, here. This is the Battle of the Rock tournament, a 2-day tournament here at Rockwall High School. And that is a service out by Young, point for the Lady Hawks.
Hawks with a couple of substitution here. Joelle Kelly coming back in along with Callie Phillips. Phillips going to come in to serve.
Phillips, the only freshman we've seen play today for Heath. We mentioned several freshmen out there for Allen. Not a very good pass there for Allen, but it's kept alive. Lemp misfired. That one's still alive, and Kelly gets it over. Good dig there by Phillips. Now Kelly from behind the 6-foot line, and that's out. Point for the Lady Eagles. Yeah, both teams, I think, were a lot smoother in that first set. A lot of more, emotion. You saw really both teams, not a lot of mistakes. Kind of feeling each other out here in set number 2.
Excited to get the football season going. Just a little over 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
And that one's going to be dropped in for Allen. Gabby Winger, her first kill of the match, and now they're 2 points away from taking the match, 2-0. Yeah, Heath opens up a Highland Park, and you're going to be going to a place with a lot of tradition. Not the best place for broadcasters, but a great place to watch a football game.
We have been told that.
It is one of the more historical venues, though, in the state of Texas.
It is. We're excited about it. I know Coach Rodney Webb served as athletic director over there for 1 year in between Denton Geyer and coming to Heath in his 3rd full season, and got to catch up with him day before yesterday. And he always kind of, you wouldn't call it sandbagging, but he kind of keeps it let's say downplays what he's got. But I've heard from several. They've got a lot coming this year. It's going to be his 3rd full year in the system. Expect a lot of things from the Heath football.
All right.
Lisa Trammell checking out here, and says she's going over to the 9th grade center, and Chris Curtis on his way over here. Appreciate Lisa Trammell. Those of you out there in the Hog Nation that don't know her, she is the lady. You see her with a camera at every game, and she is incredible.
Well, that last point scored by Allen. They win set number 2, 25-16, and they win the match over the Heath Lady Hawks by a score of 2-0.
So, Coach Maggie Younger, they're going to be a little bit disappointed over that first game, but you can see them already. Their faces, they know they just played against a powerhouse, and the Hawks grew in that one. We'll talk to Coach Maggie Younger later, but for right now, we're going to sign off. We're going to go away and then come back. All games will be on YouTube. So game 1 in the books, the Hawks losing in 2 to Allen. For Jeremy Bryant, I'm Shannon Rodden on the Rockwall ISD Sports Network. You have been watching Heath Hawk Volleyball. So long, folks. I don't think we have to archive or anything.
No, I don't think so.